Hey Monroe, how are you?
How you doing? Doing pretty good. How yourself?
Oh, not so good.
What's up? What's going on? Catch me up.
The more I try to make her happy, the less happy she gets.
The more, the more you try to make her happy, the less happy she gets.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So I
Uh,
mean, what is that what's been going on in the last 2 weeks? Because I mean, I haven't seen you since like.
yeah, it's been, it's been happening. She tells me to clean up the bedroom. I clean up the bedroom and she still don't.
Still not enough.
It's not enough. Nothing is enough for her. And she always but I went to the doctor
Mm-hmm.
and the doctor said I might have an ulcer. I'm sick
Really?
and and they gave me some medication and it made me really drowsy.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to sleep and when she came back she had to give the baby a bath and and do the things for our daughter, but I was so tired,
Right.
and I couldn't do it, so she started screaming.
At you?
Well, screaming at the children, then at me too.
Right.
She said she worked all day, and I said I'll come back, but and,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't even I couldn't even open my eyes. I was so tired. I was so exhausted, Monroe. I was
Mm-hmm.
really
Does she
exhausted.
does she know that you like the thing you just shared earlier about what do you call it? About you having an ulcer and you taking medication right now. Does she know that?
Yeah, I told her that. I even got it translated on Google, Google translation from English to Vietnamese,
Mm-hmm.
and I showed her.
And I mean, how did she respond to that?
Well, she said that that she shows me what to eat, and and I don't listen to her and all that. So
So she was what trying to blame you for that happening to yourself? I'm confused.
yeah, she's trying to blame me for not taking care of myself. You know, because I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how I happen to have an ulcer. It's probably from all the stress.
so much as what you eat. So I don't know why she was going for, no, I guess telling you that because it doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So,
nothing I say, she's
there's
not listening
nothing
to
you
me.
say. You're right. Right. Well,
I don't know, man. This woman, this wife of mine. I think the only way for me to find some happiness is to escape from her.
mm, well,
And, I can't make her happy no matter what I do, Monroe. And I'm so tired. I'm so tired of trying.
yeah.
You know, right now I'm not like I'm living for the my daughter. I don't wanna I don't wanna divorce her right now because my daughter needs their father. You know.
Yeah. So is that what you've been thinking about?
Yeah, because I mean, what kind of woman when whatever you do don't make her happy? She used to be happy at everything. Now she hardly even laugh anymore. She hardly even smile anymore. Every day is like it's just tears and
Yeah.
resentment.
Well, when did you start thinking about that?
Well, when she starts screaming at the children, because she's I know she's exhausted. So am I. When she screamed at the children for no good reason and start screaming at me because I was exhausted. Then I say, this can't go on. Because how is the children gonna
Cool.
cope later on? Are they gonna get angry when they get tired and exhausted and blame somebody that has nothing to do with it? Because my daughter is just being themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
You know what my daughter always says, when she gets mad?
what did she say?
Please, please, mama, love me. That's
Well.
heartbreaking. Asking her mama, to love her. The older one, Avery, she always asking her mama, love me. Can you love me? That's heartbreaking for a child knowing that their mama might not love
Doesn't
them.
right based on how what she does. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it depends on her if she's angry or not. Then she said that she don't love her, and then and Avery started crying and all that, and she won't be she won't want any comfort from me. I tell her daddy loves you always. But
Yeah, but
but
she's
but
trying to get the comfort of her mom.
yeah, but she wants her mom's love. And I get so mad when she says that. I said no matter what she does, she's your child. You can't say, even if she do wrong, you tell her, explain to her that she's doing wrong, but you love her nonetheless, right?
Well, that is very heartbreaking. And just finding out about the news about you having ulcers as well. How are you taking that?
Well, I'm fine. I mean, you have an ulcer, you just have to do what the doctors say. I can't eat spicy food, stop drinking beer so my gut would heal. So you listen to the doctor and I was supposed to go and get an endoscopy and a colonoscopy, but
And what
when
happened?
I called to them, they wouldn't take Sunshine Health.
So they wouldn't take your insurance.
Yeah, they wouldn't take my insurance, the one that the doctor gave me. So I had to get the doctor to give me some new referral.
Mm,
Mm. Yeah, and Noah said he was gonna call me about getting the mortgage by this week. He was gonna email me or call me about setting up trying to get the mortgage with the housing commissioner or whatever she's called. But
right.
I haven't received it yet. I haven't received the email or anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've been listening to the classes that they were given by Maria.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's every Tuesday at 6 o'clock. They bring all these people and these advisors, and they give you information. It's quite informative.
Yeah. Have you done the classes already?
Huh?
Have you done the classes already?
Just 2 days. They're supposed to be six weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Every Tuesday, one day. So it's only the second time. It's the second day. So you need to go do it 6 times before they give you a certificate of attending or graduation. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you know? So they have you signed? You said you haven't signed up for that yet.
No, I signed up for it. That's why we have a Zoom meeting every Tuesday at 6 o'clock.
Every Tuesday at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
So next week will be the third day. They will teach us about social media and email, business email or email, promotion, marketing, email marketing, something like that. So looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So what do you think I should do with my wife? Should I just divorce her?
I mean, shoot, I cannot advise you what to do on the current situation you're currently in right now because that's definitely difficult, and that would not be affecting me. It definitely would impact you a lot, and not just you, but also the kids. So that is something I feel like if we're able to look at the pros and cons as far as like what are the benefits of staying or the not benefit of staying, like that's exactly what we have to discuss. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I figure, I mean, it's better for me to stay with her than divorce her,
Mm-hmm.
but whatever I
Right.
do, she's just not happy. She's still not happy
Mm-hmm.
with me.
Right. So then, does that also come down to maybe you even um, trying to see what exactly, if how do you disconnect yourself from her happiness? Do you think that's something that you're able to do?
Because if I disconnect her from her happiness, she will take it out on the children.
Mm,
And I don't want to do that.
right. Yeah. But you can't. Well, we can't be afraid of the outcomes when it comes down to it. Does the does the does the con outweigh outweigh the benefits, or does the pro outweigh the cons? Does that make sense? What's
Yeah.
what's the benefit of you actually staying in this relationship?
Well, for one, we have to be married for like 2 years. I guess the 2 years is up,
Mm-hmm.
and she haven't gotten her paper yet. You know, but when we get a divorce, she's gonna have to take care of
Figure.
me because she's making the money. I'm on disability. This is
Mm-hmm.
America. She's
Right.
the she's the breadwinner.
Mm-hmm.
Pays the rent and the car payment and
Right.
everything else. So she gotta pay me spousal support, right?
Um, I mean, like you said, she doesn't have her papers, but that would also make it difficult, wouldn't it, as well? I feel like that would be a factor, and that's not. I mean, that's not something that I know specifically. That's something that at least a lawyer would probably be aware of, but I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Okay.
Everything
Is
will
that
be
like is that
difficult
is
for.
that is that one of the benefits that you think would outweighs the staying in the relationship? As far as like, that's the benefit of getting a divorce.
Well, the benefit is, you know, my daughter will have their mom and dad in one house and all that. I don't want them
Mm-hmm.
to choose between their mom or me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just telling you the consequences that she's gonna have to go through because,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, she's the breadwinner,
Right.
and
Right.
that's when I see most cases,
Mm-hmm.
divorce cases, the one that makes the most money. And when she came over here, she didn't make that much money before she came over here, and when she came over here, that's why we moved into this house and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Working for my brother and all that. So, and we, and 2 years I live with a certain lifestyle,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that
Mm-hmm.
I'm accustomed to. If we
Yeah.
divorce, then I have to have that same lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. I see that. Hmm. Do you think that's gonna? Do you think that would be something that kind of like I don't know, make it even worse for the kids too, if you were to do that?
Well, I think it make it when you get a divorce, of course it's gonna make it worse for the kids.
Hmm. And do you think you're? I mean, you're able to kind of support them in that way, where you know,
She's gonna have to pay child support too.
right, right,
I'm fine with either way. I just don't want the children to be sad.
right. So, which one would you think is making them sadder? Where they currently are right now, or getting to the point where they're divorced? I mean, you guys are
Well,
divorced,
I think
and
if we're divorced, that would make them much sadder.
mhm, yeah. And are you taking that into consideration, or what?
Well, I gotta get over this OSA thing first. Then I have to think about it.
Mm.
Cause Monroe, everything I do is like she complains about everything I do.
Hmm.
Nothing I do is right.
Right.
A man can only take so much.
I know. I get that. Yeah, I definitely understand that.
And I've been trying to make her happy, whatever she wants. I try
Mm-hmm.
and I try and I try. I don't have
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the strength to keep going like this.
Yeah, I understand that. So then,
She She's
What do you
breaking me little
then?
by
So
little, Monroe.
what do you then? What do you want to do?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you, Monroe. I don't know what to do.
I can't make that decision for you because the main thing is I'm not the one in this situation. So whatever advice or suggestion that I make wouldn't be fair to you or the kids. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
Because then if I say, oh yeah, do this, and then it happens and you do it, then what if that doesn't work out or something even worse happens by my suggestion? Then do you see how like at also that point that holds also me accountable or liable for whatever happened?
I hear you.
So that's like the main thing when it comes to that.
I don't know. I guess the honeymoon is over because I mean, we we rarely fight before we were married, but now we fight about every little thing.
Right.
And sometimes I
Yeah.
just keep my mouth shut and let her, go on and on and on. But
Hmm. Yeah.
it's really getting harder to let her keep going on and on and on.
Yeah.
So, did you like the T-shirt?
I haven't got a chance yet to go to the office.
Oh,
Last last was it last week? Last week Thursday, right? That's the day. I think Noah had messaged me about it. He left it with the front desk
oh yeah.
to come pick up, and then Thursday they were like, oh well. Wednesday night they were like, nope, nobody's going into the office. The office will be closed. So because of the hurricane scare, I guess that they had going on, and then from there they just kind of told us, all right, you know what, don't come in the office. So that means that the next day, even like that Friday, I worked from home too. So I worked from home from Thursday, and then this week I was off Monday, and I have not been at the office. But I feel like next week is my next supervision to be at the office, so I'll be there Thursday next week.
You know the. Did you check the interview?
What interview?
My interview.
Mm, no.
No,
Was there
no,
like a live interview?
no. My interview I sent you.
No. What you sent me was the same link for the article.
Yeah, all you have to do is click onto it.
Uh huh.
Did you
There was
read
though.
it?
I looked at it, and was that another thing that was not the same article that you sent? Because it looked like the same article when I looked through it.
Yeah, it's the same article, but it's from beginning to end.
Yeah, I had already read the whole thing. Remember, I
Oh,
literally from the link that you sent me whenever you took the picture, I already looked it up and read the whole thing. Remember?
oh, you already read the whole thing. I
Yeah, I did, and that's when I had messaged you back saying that hey, I read the full thing, it was really good. Just keep it up. I remember messaging you that. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. No, I made a video. I have like 3,400 views now.
Wow.
I
A
read it
video
out.
about a video about the thing.
Yeah, just reading the article out. You know how lazy people are about reading things.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I just made a video.
Okay. And you said you got a lot of views.
3,400.
Okay. Wow. It's definitely a start
That's
for
not
sure.
bad.
It's
If
not bad at all.
if I get like two or
What?
300,000, that'd be good.
Mhm. Mhm. Definitely. That would be good. Yeah. Okay. Definitely got it though. So that means that's done now. It's just a matter of what. You still don't know like what you want to do when it comes to her, and just
Because if she thinks that's this renting this place is a lot of stress, what about when we go and buy a house?
yeah, yeah.
That's gonna be extremely stressful right there.
Mhm. Mhm. Does she just not cope really well with stress?
No. And I just read the news that West Palm Beach, they are giving $100,000 to first time homeowner.
Yeah, that's exactly what the program you'll be going through with Noah. That's the whole thing. Up to $100,000.
Yeah, but we need. They said that we need like the money for like the mortgage, the lender. You know,
What do you mean?
we need like the loan for the mortgage from the bank, saying that they will give us a loan before they give it out.
Right. So that whole process will be taken care of through the program that you're going through right now.
Okay.
And they're the one that would be literally working with directly with the bank to get the underwriter and stuff like that to get you a better deal on a loan that has lower interest rate compared to what's normal out there for like if you like for example if you were to go out there and get it yourself it probably would be way higher than what they would get. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
So all of that again will be taken care of through that program that you're in right now.
Okay.
Okay, make sense.
It makes sense. You always
All right.
make sense, Monroe.
You said I always make sense.
Yeah, you always make sense. That's
Yeah.
why you're good at
So
what you do.
I mean, I'm definitely trying when it comes down to it because, again, like you said, right now you have a big need, which is, you're trying to figure out what's the next step for you when it comes to, taking care of your wife or, divorcing her, and even, where would that place you as far as like your kids go? What do you think about that?
Well, when they hear their mama, scream at them for no reason, they would understand. I figure they were too young to understand, but when they get older, they would understand.
When they get older, they would understand.
I think so. They older and your mama fussing at you for no good reason. Like when they're like 7 or 8 years old.
Hmm.
7 and 8 years old, the my daughter would be pretty intelligent. They would know.
True.
They would ask questions. You know.
Hmm. Yeah. They would ask questions, but right now, though, currently, um, you know, those questions that they would be asking when it comes down to it. I mean, I felt like the main question I was trying to ask you was, if you were to do it and divorce her, like you said, if she's the breadwinner, that means that what you'd have to go look for your own place at that point in time. And do you think with the court decision, as far as like helping like the whole civil process of it, do you think that would make it to where you have to what like? Do you think you're the one that would be getting the kids to live with them, or do you think that your wife would be the one that would be getting them to be wherever she's going and be at?
I think I'm more suitable as a father than her as a mama. Because I'm always calm and I hardly ever scream at the kids.
Right. Yeah.
And I always,
Like.
I always give them the confidence that knowing that their daddy will love them no matter what they do,
Mhm.
even if they do the
Yeah.
wrong thing. But
Yeah.
with their mom, it's like they living on a high wire. They're balancing on a high wire.
Hmm.
you know.
So, but I'm saying though, but the thing is with the the U.S. their system, their laws, even though you're saying that you might be more likely, and this is me again playing the devil's advocate as far as like what if that is something that they do share that's like, oh, you know what, she's the one that's the breadwinner and she's the one making the money, so the kids have to go with her, so that means now that leaves you out as far as like being outside the household. So would you still be staying with her, or would you have to go and find other means to of way of like where you're living, where it would again create more stress for her and the kids and yourself?
Yeah, I would. I could find an apartment, I guess. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, you find the apartment, and then what?
Then try to live by myself and be happy, Monroe.
That's the big question. That's definitely the big question. And be happy. What does that look like? Being happy.
Being happy is when you are not there and being put down by the woman you helped get over here and you loved.
Mm. Yeah.
She didn't have it all good back in Vietnam. She came
Right.
from a very poor village, and it's, yeah, and she's
Hmm.
sending money back to her family and all that. And I don't say
Yeah.
anything. It's good
Hmm.
for her to help her family out. So that's stressing her out too, because she's the only
Hmm.
one here and she's the one that makes the money. So she sends
Right.
she sends money home to her parents and all that.
Yeah. Hmm.
And that's bringing her stress, not me alone. I just do
Hmm.
whatever she tells me to do, but
Yeah.
still she's not happy.
Hmm. Yeah. So what if so apart from her, you try to make her happy and stuff like that, like you said, this is causing you more stress. Is there anything that you do outside of your marriage that makes you happy?
Well, me with my children makes me happy.
Okay. What about that outside of that?
Outside of that,
Hmm.
well, not really doing anything for myself. Just like advertising for my movie and all that. If
Hmm.
Lance hurry up and make my movie, I'd be happy.
Okay.
Happy.
What do you do daily to get that happiness, do you think? Or you don't?
I don't do anything.
You
Just
don't do anything.
yeah, just wait to pick up the children.
Uh, so, but do you see what the bigger dilemma is? Because now your happiness is contingent on external factors or your kids or your wife being happy. That makes you happy. But if they're not happy, that means that you're not happy now because, again, it's not allowing you the space outside of that to
because
find that happiness.
because he occupies a space in my head, and I can't even. I used to like to read.
Hmm.
When it's all
Hmm.
quiet, but I can't read because in my head sometimes he calls and I don't hear the phone. Sometimes I play this game Candy Crush, and
Hmm.
she calls me a child, but it calms my nerves, and I am on the number one spot,
Hmm.
and she won't let me play my Candy Crush no more.
Wow.
She
So she even
hides my
decides.
phone.
What do you mean she doesn't even let you? Meaning she tells you, hey, you can't use the phone or you can't play games. But
She
does
takes
that
the phone. She takes the
she
phone from
she
me,
she takes the phone from you? Wow.
and then she hides it.
Huh.
I have to beg for her to give it back because I told her,
Right.
a lot of things I get is from email. I have to keep in contact with people.
Right. Right.
I can do
Hmm.
it, finish it halfway.
Mhm. Mhm. Oh. So there's no way for you to physically not let her take your phone, or is that not?
I'm physically stronger than her, but then
Mhm.
that's gonna cause more fight.
Right. Because that's the main thing. So it's like you're trying to prevent the fight from happening too.
Yeah,
One thing you said earlier definitely stood out though. You was like you were sharing how um, if you were to you know do anything for that matter when it comes down to like what really affects you, if you were to actually stand your ground and be like, hey, no, I'm gonna do something for myself, or that there's only so much you could take. Do you not think that it's because also at the same time you're not doing things that fulfill you, that makes you happy? Like you said, you just like reading, so why don't you continue doing that anymore?
well, that's why I said she just like
She
nagging
takes
me
she
so
takes a
much.
lot of she takes a lot of the time in your head. You said
Yeah, she
earlier.
just consumes all my energy.
Mm. At any point after you finish, making sure the kids are okay, that they or I mean, I don't know, like you said, you pretty much do everything to take care of them. So at any time outside of that, can you find any time for yourself outside the house?
That's it.
Or
After I take the care of the kids, if she comes home and I'm tired and exhausted, I can't take care of the kids. That leads to an argument. So I have to like rest up.
yeah, right. You have to be in the household to wait for her and kind of like have this kind of, well, her to like, for you to be there just to take care of the kids even after she gets home.
Yeah, because she just come home from work and she had to give the baby the shower. And that's when she start the nagging when she has to do it. Because like I said, I've been sick like for a couple of days now, and I just
Mm,
I don't have the energy to argue with her or the energy. I just let her scream whatever. I just go to sleep because I was so tired. They give
yeah,
me some of these medication, especially if I go for my colonoscopy. That's gonna be
mm,
tiring because they're gonna have to, they make me drink this liquid to remove all the waste in my
yeah. So, and
body before they,
they even do the procedure. Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm assuming also you're not gonna be able to eat for a 24-hour window too.
Mm, I don't know what. Yeah, probably. I'd be able to drink that gross liquid, because I did a colonoscopy once.
Oh, so you have the one before.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's quite the dilemma you have there though. Not having the support of your wife, and I think I did ask you before too if you really have time for like friends outside of the marriage, and I'm assuming that's also something that you currently don't have right now.
Yeah, sometimes I used to have friends, but she always complain about them, so
She always complained about them.
my friends.
Like I'm saying your wife always complained about your friends.
Yeah.
And I mean, were they coming over to the house, or what was that?